Hey, all you glizzy guzzlers out there, this is TG Lone Wolf from the Hatu Dagu Gaming channel. So, today we received our first open beta, first open beta for this open beta, patch notes. And this may be the final patch notes prior to launch. I'm expecting them to still have launch patch notes, but I wanted to put a quick video together so that I can give you guys my top 5 changes in these notes. And these have been some pretty significant changes. So getting right into it, we have the AI changes. And I'm just going to go into it as a blanket AI buff. Damage scaling in general has been increased. Health has been increased for AI. Open world non-elite bosses, health's increased, damage is increased. Expeditions, damage has been increased by approximately 13%. Open world bosses, another 20% damage increase, 33% health increase. That's one of the things that testing in the open beta, we were really hoping to see just overall, and not just tweaking numbers. We want to see more kind of AI, artificial intelligence buff, where their movements and attack patterns are certainly changed, but making the content harder already off to a great start. The next number 2 item, and this is going to be the controversial one, we have PvP scaling nerf. So going into New World, this was one of the things that when I found out it was in the game, I was kind of against it. I have always been the type of person who likes to go out and grind the shiny so that I can hit the other player with the shiny. I'm not the most skilled player, but I can no life harder than another player. So I generally don't like PvP scaling in my MMOs. That said, in New World, it didn't feel bad. But PvP scaling has been reduced. We're going to have to test that out in open beta, like a 20 fighting a 40, if the 40 is going to absolutely decimate them, or if it's still going to be somewhat in that range where you'll see, 2-3 level 20s being able to take down a level 60. So very interesting. That's going to be, I think you're going to have to see a lot of people get into the game and play around with the PvP scaling, see what the actual numbers are on that. The next is sword and shield buff. It's my number 3, and specifically for me, it's leaping strike. Leaping strike is one of those moves. If you use sword and shield, you can just get somebody off guard or close the distance. It's just your quick movement ability. Leap distance is increased from 4 to 6 meters. That is huge. It was way too short previously. And the startup frames has been reduced from 16 to 14. So not only are you getting that extra distance, it's going to be quicker for you to hit that move. So I think that's going to be a huge buff for sword and shield. Number 4, we're going to have to talk about it. Berserk nerf. We all knew that this was coming. It's obvious that Berserk is way too strong, at least in its old state, where it was a 15-second duration and the cooldown was 15 seconds. Now we're going down to reduced to 12 seconds, and the cooldown has been increased to 18 seconds. To compensate for that, the heal is now 10% every 4 seconds, while Berserk is active to a maximum of 30. It used to be 5 seconds for a max of 35%. So they're just condensing down that HP gain to fit in that now 12-second window. So that is a huge change. Berserk duration reduced to 12 seconds, and the cooldown has been increased to 18 seconds. So that's going to mean that we're talking, it used to be 15 seconds and 15 seconds. So we're talking about that's 6 seconds that Berserk is now not going to be active per usage. So that's going to be a significant change. How significant? Are we going to have to nerf it further? We'll see, but headed in the right direction. Just a little note, Great Axe, I'm very surprised that they haven't nerfed Gravity Well's damage. Gravity Well Fortify upgrade went down from 15 to 10. I still think that Gravity Well is a little bit too OP for large scale. So we'll look into that. The other item that I wanted to talk into, and this has to do with armor. They have added it, and let me see if I could find it because they put it under something interesting. Equip load updates. So they say the 20% increase for light equip load and the 10% damage increase for medium equip load should also affect the healing output for the character. So it's an extremely interesting statement that they're going to make. We want the best healers to be in light gear. So you're no longer going to be seeing light staff and heavy armor. You can still see that, but this may mean when they start giving a 20% healing buff for light armor, you may start seeing the healing numbers start decreasing just overall so that they can kind of pigeonhole healers into wearing light armor. Also reducing the medium equip load from 15 to 13 and heavy threshold from 30 to 23. So once again, they're trying to make it so when you're wearing heavy armor, you have to wear, you can't be wearing 4 pieces of heavy armor and 1 piece of medium and then be considered medium armor. So that's a very, very significant change. And just, I know I said top 5, but an honorary mention, the XP changes. Let's see if we can find that. So we had a big issue on the last beta where everyone was just kind of giving streamers all their items so that they can use the town board to level up very quick. So we were seeing early day 1 level 60s. Town projects nerfed to the ground. Raw material turn-ins reduced by 25%, reduced by 30, 50, 50. These are big numbers. They're trying to rework that town board system. Whether it's going to be even worth it anymore to even use that, might be open world dungeons grinds, party grinding. That might be the new meta. So we will see. We will test it out. But I wanted to get this video to you guys quickly, just so that, if you guys are following the channel, like and subscribe. I want to just give you those New World updates same day that they happen. If there's something that we need to dive into deeper, we will. But if you guys are excited for New World, playing the open beta, hey, give me a follow over at twitch.tv/TGLoneWolf. We're going to be taking off the entire first week, and it's going to be non-stop degenerate streaming. You don't want to miss it. It'll be a lot of fun. So once again, twitch.tv/TGLoneWolf. You guys have a great day.